Hello everyone, and welcome back to Kagekaze's Domain. I want to thank you all so far for the generally positive feedback you've been giving me on the videos. As of right now, I have parts 1 through 3 uploaded to YouTube. Part 4 just finished encoding on my machine. I'll be uploading it later tonight after I have to raid with my guild, but after that the video should be going online and will be up shortly. Of course, by the time you hear this, all 6 parts of the original video should be up. So this video is going to be kind of just a little showcase here. Starflayer has finally hit level 13. That's right, Starflayer has now hit the level cap in Diablo 3. Thank you, no applause needed. So what this means is I'm going to show off some of the skills that I picked up after you last saw Starflayer in the video. So you didn't quite see level 10, so I've got 10 through 13. A couple passive skills I picked up as well. I'll kind of go over those. One thing I did notice here, and I want to kind of show off in the achievements, and I believe it's under the challenges. Apparently this bug hasn't been quite fixed yet. We have the Elite Kills 35, where you kill 35 rare monsters. As you can see here, the bar is completely filled. It is like I actually have 35 kills. And the truth is, across the entire career that I've played this, I have. If you were to look at my profile and notice how it says here I have 38 elite kills. Well, the problem is I did start one mage and he killed several unique monsters. So across 2 characters I have 35 kills. The achievement only counts when you do it on 1 character though. So I'll have to play my Starflayer a bit to finally get that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and hop in here. First I'm going to go ahead and change quest. I want to go to the Black King, and I'll show you why in a little moment here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my feet wet a bit with the crafting system,
it is good to fight with
and show you something else neat that I found, as well as showcasing the skills that I picked up. So let's just go ahead and go over the passives real quick that I managed to pick up. At level 10 you get your first passive skill slot. The first 2 you get are Power Hungry and Temporal Flux. Power Hungry gives you 30 arcane power whenever you're healed by a health globe. Very nice. You pick up health globes, you get instant arcane power. What can I say about that other than the only downside to it is that arcane power automatically recovers quickly. But if you ever did make a physical build for a melee wizard, this might actually be a very good skill to have. Later on in your career, you'll get things like energy armor, which will increase your armor but reduce your maximum arcane power. So something like being able to get arcane power from globes might be nice. Temporal Flux is nice as well. Whenever you deal arcane damage, your enemies are slowed by 30% for 2 seconds. So you can pretty much slow your enemies with your primary skills. Very nice. In the beta, very unnecessary as things die very quickly. The next skill I got here was Critical Mass. Critical hits have a chance to reduce the cooldown of your spells by 1 second. That obviously would be very nice for long cooldown spells such as Hydra. As of right now, the longest one I have is pretty much Wave of Force with 15 seconds. That comes back pretty quickly, so I didn't really notice, too much of a difference there. Not that, and there's no gear that has critical hit on it right now. Lastly, I got Glass Cannon, which is what I decided to pick up. All damage done increased by 20%, but I lose 10% armor. So, literal Glass Cannon. You're going to take more damage, but you're going to do more damage. I thought that was the best, considering things die so quickly. It helped me kill everything down the road. So, I've decided to keep Wave of Force as one of my primary abilities here, but I have slotted the 3 other skills that you didn't see me get. Energy Twister, Unavoidable Tornado of Destruction, moves randomly through the battlefield, unleashes a twister of pure energy that deals 46% weapon damage per second. So it doesn't look like it does a lot, but it does tick fairly quickly. Obviously it says per second. You can have multiple tornadoes out on the field, so you get that in a big group of enemies. Very useful. Unfortunately, not too useful in open fields. Storm Armor was the next item I got. Surround yourself with Magical Storm that shocks attackers with lightning. Basically hits opponents for 128% weapon damage as lightning if they hit you. So very much like Ice Armor, since they removed Ice Armor's other passive buff. Difference being that Ice Armor doesn't do as much damage and it slows them, whereas Storm Armor just does straight damage back. And then Electrocute is the final signature spell you get, and the last skill you get in the beta. A signature spell, lightning arcs from your fingertips, dealing 80% weapon damage as lightning. The lightning can jump hitting 2 additional targets. So this is essentially like your chain lightning from Diablo 2. Very nice. I'll show them all off, and you'll be able to see how they work. Obviously, got a few magical items for my runs. Got a few fallen tooths through chance. What I want to do is just try to see if we can't get myself an item real quick. And I want to kind of show off the artisan here. I'm going to level him up, as you can see, still doing it by gold. There we go. Upgraded blacksmith. Isn't he pretty? Handsome. Pretty handsome. It's beautiful. And look, I can actually make... That's neat. I can make a rare item. I hadn't seen that. So I have use for my fallen teeth. I regenerates life and 3 magic properties. Let's go ahead and make one of those. And I already have a wand, but you can make a better one now. This one has 18 to 26 intelligence, so you're already going to get far more power than the apprentice one. Let's go ahead and make that. I'll show you that I can continue the train, but now, since he is level 2, it's going to cost me 1,000 per, so not bad. I can take equipment damage now that I've hit higher levels in the beta. So as you can see, I can repair what I have equipped on me, or I can repair everything, and that includes everything in my inventory slots down here. Or I can just take an individual item and put it at the top, and just hit this button here. So very good. I didn't want to spend a lot of time with this, so we're just going to go ahead and go on. Let's go ahead and get this on here because it is more damage. 21 intellect. Gives me more maximum arcane power and arcane per crit. Not a bad trade. And let's see what I have here. Regenerate life. Has thorns on it. Melee take 4 damage. Health globes grant more life. Health and gold pickup. So, probably not the best rare belt, but it's far more protection than what I already had. Better item overall. Let's just make this quick here. We'll go ahead and salvage the old wand. Set of lessons. Now, just want to make it known that I have not disenchanted any of the rare items I've found here, the yellows. These teeth all came from disenchanting blues. So you do have a rare chance of getting those.
See, the problem is, they never should have named this place.
So one thing I noticed while playing is that your companion, the Templar here, has speech for different parts of the world, even before you find him. And I think this is rather important, and really helps the game's aesthetic. And why is it important, you might ask? Well, you didn't ask, did you? Would you mind asking to kind of speed this along? No? Alright, well fine, I'll answer anyway. This means, since you'll be replaying acts through new difficulty levels, your companions, even later on companions, because you'll be finding more in different acts, they will have something to say when you go back to old areas, not just since when you pick them up. So other companions might have something to say about you going into the cathedral here. And what I noticed here in particular, and I'm going to show off with the Templar, is he actually has speech with himself to kind of make it interesting. So we're going to try and quickly go to where the Templar is and rescue him so you can see that. There really isn't much to see after that.
So devout. For the most part, even the best of men cast shadows behind them. Our deeds will determine how great or small they shall be.
So we'll show that off. Let's go ahead and try and run through this quickly so I don't spend up too much of your time, because you've already seen most of this from the other videos I did. And as you can see here, I really like this electrocute, chain lightning type spell. Even on single enemies, even though it does less damage than, say, what was it called? Magic Missile. Less damage than Magic Missile, but it's very quick. Pretty much instant when it hits, so there's no travel time. And it casts repeatedly. The difference being that Magic Missile does arcane damage, so it will have better synergy with other passives, such as Slow. I'll go ahead and put on my Storm Armor here in just a second. Let me summon some tornadoes so you can see how they work. You see, do fairly quick damage. Very well suited for this narrow corridor type of location. Again, in wider areas, the unpredictability of those tornadoes make them a little less useful. Also wanted to show off my wand's really cool glow from the crafting there, but there you go. Storm Armor, it's up. Very cool. And he, Experience Shrine, actually showing up on the buff bar. Again, if you've been following the beta, you might know that that Experience Shrine has been bugged for some time, so it looks like it may be working now.
Your grave awaits.
Along, even makes destroying barrels very quick, as you can see. And you'll have to excuse me for moving quickly. I just wanted to make this a rather short video, again showing off the speech and the crafting. And I will be continuing to level my artisans through other playthroughs. I do plan on doing more. I'm thinking maybe the Barbarian will be my next project, partially for a friend I know who plans on being a Barbarian. And since I honestly don't play melee classes in Diablo, in Diablo 2 I only partially played a Barbarian and Paladin. I pretty much stuck to ranged classes. I was never very good with their stat allocations and their builds. I always ended up dying pretty quickly when I got too close. And what I like about Diablo 3 is that since you can't mess up the skills, it might be a little easier. Actually, I can't mess up the stat allocations because, of course, your stats grow on a set path now. So here we go. The Templar's about to meet himself.
Maintain your incantations.
Ave Magistros, Ave Registras, Ave Leodastras, Ave Mandaxas, Ilios.
Young, I am free.
Now, back to my mission.
Need more time. Who are you?
You will know soon enough. Help me find my gear. I will reward you well. Tell me, what brought you to this infernal place?
I have unfinished business with the Skeleton King.
As do I. Why have you come here, brother? One of our number has forsaken his vows and joined the demonic coven that infests this fallen cathedral. Damn that traitor! We will make him pay!
So as you can see, even though this is the Templar story, they've made liberties to make it more interesting. You can see he is called Warrior, not Templar. He has his own menu. That says My Templar.
The cultists dragged me past this glowing pit. What made it?
That's
Down this way. There are my weapons.
He's free. Do not let him release.
I am Cormac, warrior of the Templar Order. If it is the Skeleton King you seek, then you will have to fight your way past John Dar. There is no reason we should hunt alone.
I suppose not. A strong spear at my side could prove helpful.
Evil cowers at the sight of just one Templar. Two will bring it to its knees.
I rather like that, actually having dialogue, which means there's going to possibly be dialogue between other NPCs down the road in other acts. So this means that as I replay acts, I may want to bring different companions just to see what they say to each other. After all, conversations add flavor to the game. One of the main reasons I really like, say, BioWare games is listening to all the different conversations. I would go through those games, like Mass Effect, Knights of the Old Republic, play them multiple times with different characters.
Fight the darkness. To contend with evil is the essence of what it means to be a Templar.
There is so much more in this universe.
But I always liked finding out the interactions between different characters. Okay, so I really liked finding out what HK-47 had to say to other characters. You know, he's just one of my favorites. But who didn't love HK-47? Alright, I made a wrong turn at Albuquerque. We're back on track.
For glory.
They're interesting. They're both Templar, but only one actually has a life bar.
Black magic bars our way, but the will of a Templar is stronger. You were a Templar, John Dark. How could you say
I don't have enough arcane power.
Covenant is my brother was down.
Power will soon rule this world. Please forgive me. My vision was clouded by the Coven's evil magic.
Betrayal can never be forgiven. Thank you for your aid. I will go with you on your hunt for the Skeleton King. But there is one condition. If we find the sacred tomes of my order, they are mine.
That is agreeable, though I wouldn't mind taking a look at them.
Then onwards we go to fight the Skeleton King.
And like that, he salutes, waves, and he's gone. Very nice. Makes me look forward to the other companions and pulling the other companions through areas that they haven't gone through before. So this was actually a way to make going through Acts 1 through 4 a little more interesting. So I'll actually be looking forward to regrinding these levels just to hear the little flavor text. Alright. Of course we don't have any major... There we go.
See you later. Farewell.
Well, this has been another walkthrough with Starflayer. Hopefully you found this interesting. I hadn't found this information on any other videos, so hopefully maybe something a little unique. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.